Welcome to part one of Joy's Jazz Ride 2025. Day one takes us from Marana, Arizona to Douglas, Arizona, just a stone's throw away from the border of Mexico. Shortly after leaving Marana, we head into the Saguaro National Park. Pulling into our lunch stop, we passed the local weekend car show. It was actually pretty neat. The lunch stop gave us an opportunity to hash over the day. So far, everything was going good. Little did we know, things would change. We're all here. We toured Kartchner Caverns. It was discovered in 1974 by Gary Teenan and Randy Tufts. Kept it a secret for 14 years. They don't allow pictures, so I borrowed some from the internet. Just before Tombstone, I was following Greg and I noticed that his rear rotor was red hot. Then I noticed he was on fire. I told him he was on fire and he said, "Thanks, I am riding pretty well, aren't I?" I said, No, your rear wheel is on fire." We stopped, put the fire out, wired up his caliper, and continued on. Greg never missed a beat, and he rode the rest of the trip without a back brake. I didn't capture the actual fire, so here's a recreation. Okay, it may not have been quite that big, but he was on fire. It was a little later than we'd planned on, but we did make it into Tombstone. Here's a snapshot of some real desperados. The Panzini gang strolling down the boardwalk. Inside one of the local Tombstone saloons, I had sarsaparilla, lemonade, and the boys had other beverages.
Sweet and iced tea. So you can make it on a They have something called a Doc Holiday. Maybe that could be their version.
Back on the road, we're headed to Bisbee. Bisbee is a cool little town. It's really colorful, amazing sights. I've sped this up a little bit just because I had to show it all. Hey, there's Tim. As you leave the town of Bisbee, you head past the Bisbee Mine. We made it to Douglas a bit later than we'd planned, but we were safe and sound. Most of our group stayed at the Gadsden Hotel, where it's reported that Pancho Villa once rode his horse up the grand staircase. Day 2 takes us from Douglas to Quemado, New Mexico. Had a little bit of camera trouble on the way, however, it was a great ride. We took a little side trip and visited Johnny Ringo's grave. Ringo's body was found sitting in a fork of a tree with a gunshot wound to his right temple. Some say it was suicide, while others think it was murder. Our track takes us by the Morenci Mine, one of the largest open-pit mines in the world. Well, we made it to Quemado, had a great dinner, great night's sleep, got ready to do it again the next day. Oh yeah, Joey, our fearless leader. This is the end of part 1. Come back and check out part 2.